I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainers? So time coming to y'all with another video. So we doing the Hollywood Hot Topics. You already know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Okay, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. Y'all recently saw that Chrisean um got harmed, you guys. Not harmed, but she was attacked in Compton by some street girls. Okay, apparently these girls are alleged Crips. Okay, she was in Compton for what it seems, in her words, to be a fun day at the park with certain children. She even did a prayer circle with them, so on and so forth. So, y'all probably wanting to know more backstory. So, just to give y'all a little bit of backstory, once again, Chrisean was dating this guy named 33, and then it recently got into it with him, and he is a blood. Of course, Blueface is a Crip. Now, another thing too, I wanted to add to it, he ended up threatening Blueface. They had a little, it wasn't a back and forth, but he ended up threatening Blueface, said some certain things online because Chrisean basically, in his words and what he showed in text, threatened him, saying that she was going to get Blueface on him, which is basically a very dangerous game if you know how some of these street dudes operate. And then she also did a 20 versus 1, which she called a contestant on there a crab. So this word, you guys, is very disrespectful to Crip members. It's highly disrespectful to call them a crab. It's like, you know, defamatory basically.
Man, who needs knees? So if this came down to like really going down, like how jiggy like do you be trying to get? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
You got me. Okay.
What you
think about jiggy?
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
jiggy?
Trying to see like,
Are
you
you a
know what I'm
crab?
saying? Oh, what you say?
All right, I be picking up Blanco.
Watch your mouth, Chrisean.
They be calling Crips
Watch
crabs.
your mouth, Chrisean.
Oh my God.
Play that with Blueface. Now with D-Mac.
D-Mac, why is you crying? I don't know nothing about the politics.
I ain't crying, but you know about us. You know about all the, you know what I'm saying, politics. Don't play. Don't play.
Saying red nose.
I'm going to run it to you again, too, up outside here, because I'm going viral. I'm going viral besides this show. Trust and believe me. So I'm going to run it to you again. I'm going to question you. I'm like, damn, what's up with all that crap you was talking about? Damn, why you had to press the line on that young nigga? Yeah. You know, one of these days, sooner or later. Don't do that.
Y'all, look, check me out. Instead of coming at me, right, you got to educate me. I'm not from LA.
But you dating,
I'm from Baltimore.
You dating one of the most viral Crips that's out here right now.
My bad, y'all. I do feel like Chrisean has every right to have defend herself that day and that night where all them girls was trying to get her. But I do feel like this was very dumb for her to say. If you do not know street language, do not speak of it, babes. I just don't get it. Like, you trying to be funny or trying to be cute when you're around these type of people, and you know you have to be around these type of people. I just don't think it's smart at all. Like, I would never come on here and try to say or speak terminologies that I'm not aware of. Okay, unless they say it on the show, I may repeat it, but not joke to a random person. That to me was very dumb. Okay. Now, Blueface's security and friend at one point even commented on this a little bit ago. Now, this video was in November. Keep that in mind, you guys. This was in November, and then now we're in December, and look what just happened. He goes by the name of D-Lo. Okay.
Just all the criplets. Like, you hear me? It's fair game, please. What a nigga talking about? That's loped out. And you know what is crazy? I really did fuck with you. I did. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't, I mean, you gonna figure it out. It ain't gonna be long. But Midtown, you called a nigga the C word and says for fried shit, and you playing with this shit because you fucking on a kid. I don't even want to hear about it nowhere in LA County. I ain't even gonna lie about it. You know, some real criplets that's like, what the fuck? I'm saying, yeah, hey, boy, listen, man, I'm disturbed. My smile ain't, man, bother me. Little Rocky Rock.
Now, y'all gotta remember the dude that she was with at the time when she said this is an alleged, we're gonna use that term, blood member. So this is why a lot of people were offended when she did say it, because they felt like she was trying to be funny. Okay. Now, since all this has went down, you guys, it looks as if the girls that ended up getting Chrisean were having a celebratory car ride back home. I'm gonna get you. They were listening to "I'm Gonna Get You," Pocket Full of Posy. I would play it, but it got a copyright. A schoolyard. Okay, so they were on their way home. They were celebrating. Blueface even put out a statement, said, "Don't play with LA culture. You will get slapped and yoked for something you don't know about." Okay. And once they got home, they spoke a little bit more about everything that went down and claims that we caught the tail end of the squabble and not the beginning end. Okay. Now, what I did find very interesting in this video, though, is that they tagged Lemmy Pepper, Zeus Network, and Natalie. Natalie, you got these girls banging for baddies checks. Do you hear me? For baddies checks. Because why y'all tagging Lemmy Pepper and Natalie? If it's just, for the culture. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Of course they did it because they are alleged C words themselves. But the tags go crazy to me.
Nobody has no marks on their face, not a scratch.
No,
nothing.
she did not.
She did not do shit.
How did the clip look? It's
Y'all got the end of the fight. That was the ass end of
there.
it.
You have to be there to see it, Mom.
Thank you.
Nobody got dropped. No, nothing. No, and she did not get jumped.
Slapped and you never even fight me.
She did not get jumped, bro. She fought one, and then right when she got done, then I went in.
There's no filters. Nobody has no marks on their face, not a scratch.
No,
nothing.
she did not.
She did not do shit.
How did the clip?
No shade. She looked like Bila. Let me find us Big Bila birthday. Don't she look like Bila, girl? For the girls that know, it's Big Bila birthday. Yeah, you gonna say she look like Bila.
Look, y'all got the end of the fight. That was the ass end of
it. You have to be there to see it, Mom.
Thank you.
Nobody got dropped. No, nothing. No, and she did not get jumped.
Slapped and you never even fight me.
She did not get jumped, bro. She fought one, and then right when she got done, then I went in. Babe, come on.
Period. And you calling the homies talking about, oh, you want to fight the bitch that slapped you? Bitch, I'm not hiding. We can get that. We can get that.
Do you need that? Okay, although I do feel like it's a little bit of clout chasing, a little bit, as along with them gaining their respect for their culture, of course. I do feel like Chrisean, you should have been a little bit smarter than to go in certain areas after certain stuff that you have said online. Like, let's be real. Like, one thing about LA, there's just certain areas you cannot play in, especially if you say certain things and think things are like a joke. You might get got. So I'm not surprised at all that this actually happened. Now knowing the full story, it's not like a shock at all, to be honest. So Blueface, though, I will say, this could have ended up even worse. So I would hope nobody put a call from their side, meaning Blueface, Whack, etc., to facilitate this, because at the end of the day, that's still your baby mom. Okay. And if this were Jourdin, first of all, she wouldn't be dumb enough to say it. So there's that. And two, she probably would have never got in touch, because y'all know Blueface don't play about Jourdin. Okay. Now, E.T., okay, spoke a little bit about this as well and says that she knows these girls.
From her comment on that 20 verse 1 about, calling people crabs instead of crips. Yeah, I guess certain hoods that she couldn't come. What's pissing me off is people knew when it came out with Chrisean saying that, all throughout the comments, people were saying, she don't know what the fuck she's doing, catch her, and they gonna do this. And when people finally catch her, and no, I don't follow Chrisean anymore because Chrisean unfollowed me first. I'm not a groupie. I just don't follow people who don't follow me. When I did Baddies East, and everybody's like, ET got Compton, Inglewood, I got all of LA outside. The girls who ended up fighting Chrisean, I know them, y'all. And they were in my music video. I know these girls. So they are Crips. Yes, they fuck with the Bloods. Yeah, they fuck with us. I'm from LA. I know what the politics really give. No, I don't think it was clout chasing. They do that on the regular. Y'all have no clue. Y'all think I called these girls to the reunion and they was outside on some regular smuggler like, oh no, we're trying to clout chase. They came ready to bang. I know who to call to come when it's time to fight. Like, they really do this. When they came to my music video, they was fighting out when we was leaving out my music video. Because, you know, from her comment on that 20.
Okay, so let me know what y'all think down below. And have y'all ever ran into a situation like this and got basically checked for maybe repping something that you weren't supposed to be repping or speaking out of turn in an area that you were not the most familiar in? I'm just glad though that nobody ended up being unalive, because once again, when it comes to certain GANG culture, it's no game. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below. Now on to Blueface. So y'all know Blueface has been like what I call like on a content tour, and Chrisean Rock gets brought up like a couple of times in between. This my whole thing. Blueface is a part of the problem just as much as Chrisean. I'm gonna tell y'all why. He likes to say certain things to try to get a reaction out of her. Why are you even commentating on how she looks? He mentions in this video that she had gained a little weight, that she's a little out of shape.
Chrisean Rock, smash your pass.
Chrisean Rock, smash your pass.
Don't you fucking lie, nigga.
Man, be real.
Yeah, hit that shit.
Real man. Real man. Out of respect for you, I wouldn't do it.
Man,
but
fuck that.
If I ain't know you, gang,
yeah. Hit that little shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Smash.
Shit out, smash.
Smash saucy, but not for
Y'all know Blueface always gave me a cuckold. You know what I'm saying? He always gave me a cuckold. The girls that know, no shade.
Not a pocket, man.
All right, man, let me see.
What about Jade and Alexis? Smash her back.
I smash. See, a lot of niggas be capping, bro. They'll be like, oh, I ain't gonna smash. Bro, she butt naked in front of you, bro. What you doing, bro? Come on, man.
I'll fuck around and smash you butt naked.
Yeah, come on. All right, bet. Chrisean Rock right now, would you smash her pass?
Smash, brother. She out of shape.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. Like, you do stuff like this because you know she's going to react and you're trying to get her attention. That's that stuff I don't like, because it's like you're playing into the game just as much as she is. And it's like, for what? Like, it's giving you miss her. It's giving you want that toxic, crazy, and love back, to be honest, which we do not want back on the internet. So please keep it over there. I love the fact that they're separate. Don't get me wrong, Junior does deserve his father in his life, but it has prevented us from a lot of online fodder that we will not desire to see. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say on that. Now let's talk Olandrea. Okay, somebody in my comments was like, "Oh, because I mentioned Olandrea because Olandrea said she finna be Papa her ish next year," and I said, "I know that's right." Blah 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 blah, and then somebody said, "Oh, she gonna be Papa her ish because of haters like you." Listen here, let me tell you something. I like and love Olandrea. Nick Olandria, I'm not a fan of, because guess what? I see through Nick. I have said this a million times on this channel. Okay, so it ain't no issue with Olandria. I love me some Olandria. It's Nick. I see through him. He's an opportunist. It's no shade. Okay. Now, recently, y'all, a lot of you fans are getting out of control, and y'all been requesting for them to be in pictures, for them to appear more on social media together. And she is sick and tired of you guys acting out of bounds.
I know it's a few of those that's been writing my team. She's not posting enough. She doesn't interact with Nick's stuff. She doesn't post enough organic content. It's just like, rest. Please rest. I don't like no behavior like that at all. Please know that I am human. I got real life stuff going on. Like, that is not your place. Like, and it's not everybody. It's just a few. Don't think I'm gonna get on everybody. I'm just putting that out there. Like, I'm human.
See, y'all be being shady to me, but look at somebody in my blog comment talking about, well, the tea is. How do you know? Well, the tea is that Nick is broke and she paying most of the bills. When they were out and about in Miami, she was the one taking the tab. Were you the server? Were you the server or were you sitting on the next table over? Like, see, you see what I'm talking about? But y'all be bad at me. Anyways.
I go through real life things, whether that's family, whether that's personal. So I'm getting on here to tell y'all calm down. Because some people are getting a little out of line.
Child, y'all about to have Olandria turn a Bama ghetto. Let me tell y'all, there's a difference between ghetto and Bama ghetto. Alabama ghetto is the different type of ghetto girl, and she is about to go there. Okay, y'all better leave her alone now.
My team working around the clock to make sure I'm building a great career. They don't need no messages like that. So shout out to those that actually respect me as a human, as a person, and actually like engages with what I do post. And I really appreciate those that give me like the time and space to like get my life together. Because I do want to get to a point where I'm posting, organic content. Which I do plan to like, take pictures and like post dumps and stuff. But it's like, I got stuff going on behind the camera that people don't see. So it's just like, calm down. It's a way to support somebody without trying to control every aspect of their career. Y'all not on payroll. I just need y'all to support me. That's it. I don't need no one to dictate what my next move is going to be. I pay people to do that. And, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. I'm just putting that out there. Like, before you decide to press send to anybody on my team, think about it. It's not your place.
This is why I feel like Love Island fans and the fandom of Love Islands is more toxic than Big Brother. For y'all to be contacting this woman's business inquiries and her emails about BS is crazy. Like, I'm a whole blogger and I wouldn't even think to even do something like that. Like, that to me is abysmal. That's crazy. Y'all have to really do things with your lives, okay? Where Lo said on Bad Girls Club, we need to do something, move on with our lives. You need to move on with your lives, literally. The season ended so many months ago. And you guys are still so invested in these people's lives. It's like ridiculous. I haven't done a Love Island update since the recent one I did was Shelly and Ace, but it's because they broke up. But besides that, before that, it's been like nothing because it's like the show has ended and it's time for you guys to move on. I know these cast members cannot wait till season 8 because it's like, whew, it's gonna be like a weight lifted off of their back. Like, god damn. I even see some TikTokers, they're like investigating still some of these people's relationship. And it's like I was invested, not deeply as some of these internet sleuths be, but I was invested like a good amount at least. Like, what show ended, I think in July, August. I was invested like July, August, a little bit Octoberish. But after that, I was like, I'm not saying they're old news, like they're dried up or something, but it's like y'all gotta kind of like not give them too much attention when it comes to who they date or not. Because once again, the show is a pressure cooker. They're forced to find love. Love does not come in a forceful manner. I don't care what nobody says. Okay. And once again, if Alondra is messing around with Nick for PR purposes, I'm not mad at it. Nobody care. I don't care. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Nick because I see through him. Okay. And that's it. So I just wish y'all would leave her alone. All right. Let me know what y'all think down below. And what do y'all feel as if in regards to season 8? Do you guys think that the couples and the people that are being casted are gonna go into it with that influencer mindset? Because people don't understand, like Alondra is a big deal. Like, she's that girl, right? So it's like, do you think people will be going into doing the show wanting to be the next Olandria, which they'll never be, but wanting to be like the next big like influencer because of her impact? It's going to be very interesting how season 8 pans out because of the Olandria effect. Okay. Because once again, Olandria didn't go into this wanting to be like a supermodel. Like that was one of her aspirations, but that wasn't why she did the show. It's just the show ended up helping her achieve that dream, which was really nice on her end, but it wasn't her goal. It wasn't her end goal doing this. So Jourdin Pauline, you guys, has come out with a statement in regards to the allegations that she made against Tylil. She said, I want to reiterate my experience with SA and emphasize how crucial it is for survivors to share their stories and support one another. Justice must be served, and I want to be clear that I do not condone false allegations against men. I think a lot of the reason why she's getting the criticism that she is because she went online about it before doing anything legal. And that in itself discredited her. That was a big mistake on her end. I do feel as if she should have went the legal route before going to stream about it. Because what are we supposed to do about it? Unfollow him on Twitch? She says everyone has their own perspective, and while some may claim innocence, it's important to acknowledge the gravity of the situation. I will be going live to bring closure to this matter as legal action is underway. Thank you to everyone for their kind words and for those who have said hurtful things. I will say though, I'm no legal eagle, but what legal counsel is advising you to go live about a situation that's being taken to court? Babes, they tell you not to talk about it. It's no shade. I'm just keeping it a buck, y'all. Thank you to everyone for their kind words and for those who have said hurtful things. You are part of the problem, and this is why women and others are unsafe today. I pray for the safety of women, children, and men because no one is excluded from such terrible experiences. I pray that everyone finds peace and love in their life. God bless. I will also say I will never come online and humiliate myself by crying. Firstly, I'm a very happy person who wants to spread love and happiness as much as possible. If you have been following me on Twitch and my journey on social media, you know that I'm very happy go lucky person and I never want to tear someone else to lift myself up. I never needed that and I never needed someone's clout. I built everything from me ground up. But since I've dealt with so much trauma, including the loss of my sister. It's unsettling for me to stay quiet and protecting everyone but myself. I want to let everyone know that I'll be going live and continuing to post because it's not everything being built. I still have obligations to the brands I'm working with, and I would truly appreciate respect and grace during this time. I'm allowed to be sexy, cute, beautiful, and happy. I'm a very forgiving person, and I'll live my life after this matter is resolved. That doesn't mean I'll stop doing what I need to do. I'm not going to quit, and if anyone dislikes me, I kindly ask them to leave my page. I'm only welcoming empathetic and kind followers. The journey will continue, and the ship will not stop for negativity. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported me. And I'll be going live to connect with you all very soon. Child sound like Justin Carter. I'm Justin Carter. Okay. Love you guys and bye for now. Okay. I will say some of the stuff I've been seeing online too. I've been seeing people kind of put up videos of her flirting with other streamers and saying this doesn't look like she's being SA. How does that not prove anything that has happened? Until the law gets involved, nobody should have a set forth opinion in what they thought exactly happened between these two. Her flirting with another person on stream just has a ass thing to do with what she's alleging he did to her. Y'all really need to stop. And her coming on stream and saying it does not prove that he did something to her. This is why we go to the law. Because where's the evidence? You get what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like people online need to stop trying to be fake detectives and put things together just from clips that are shown. Yeah, get what I'm saying? Like to me, I'm more likely to believe her just due to certain things that have been said about him. But we just cannot use that just as evidence. It has to be what happened between them specifically, like the situation that she's claiming with the phone getting broken, the calls and all of that. Like that all needs to be submitted as the evidence as to what happened between the two, not just clip farming. Or I sound like Rashawn, clip farming. It just can't be relied on the clip farming. and we just go from there. No, it needs to be a little bit more detailed and in depth than that, than the clip farming. All right, so let's talk Girl Lala. All right, and this situation has to do with T.S. Madison. So T.S. Madison recently did uh her commentary. Y'all know how she has her own YouTube channel, and they were talking about Girl Lala's murder, right? And she questioned where was her father when everything was happening in regards to the abuse with the boyfriend, right? Girl Lala's dad saw it and was very upset. Here's how I feel about it. And y'all probably wondering, I don't cover this story a lot, so it don't matter. But I have been bringing this up as of late, only because the reason why this story bothers me is because it shows us how the reason why this story like bothers me is because it shows like when you do not pay attention to a queer child. And I'm not saying he wasn't paying attention in regards to like he didn't care, but this is why parents, if you have a kid that is anything gay, LGB, whatever, it doesn't matter any of that alphabet, please pay attention to what the hell they have going on. It bothers me so much in regards to, I feel like the death could have been prevented. One, I feel like the funeral proceedings were very, very disrespectful in regards to how everything was handled, with everybody coming online and voicing their frustrations as if we can make a move on their child. And another thing that was frustrating was the whole situation with the wig situation and girl Lala getting buried in either male or female. Okay, once again, this is why if you're a black parent, especially because usually us of color, pay attention to your queer child. I feel as if parents, especially us black folk, we see a kid is a little gay or fruity, and it's as if like instead of maybe you not wanting to accept them is one thing, but you should do your due diligence and learn your child. Get to know them. You may not agree with what they like or are doing, but get to learn them so that way you won't lose them. That's what bothers me with this story. I feel like the whole situation could have been prevented. It bothers me seeing all those videos online, all over TikTok. This could have been prevented. This is why it bothers me. Girl Lala post death bothers me. The way people are carrying online bothers me about it. Okay, even when it comes to the father. Now the father has started a social media account, like the Girl Lala dad situation. To me, I feel it's a little weird, and I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people feel as if it's grieving. The reason why I don't feel like it's 100% grieving is because, and we cannot tell this man how to grieve. I will say that. So I'm just giving my opinion on the platform in itself. What bothers me about it is because if this effort was put in into supporting who Girl Lala was, even though you still called her he, you still referred to Girl Lala as your son. Boom. All good, right? You putting all this effort and support online, it would have and it may have prevented what happened. And another thing too, he had made a video where he addressed where were you before Gurlala passed? Like, how did you not know anything about this? He said that Gurlala never brought anything to him. I call cap in his rap. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. South Florida is about a peanut size small. There is no way on God's green earth that you did not have a clue or an inkling of what was going on. And your child is a social media influencer. I'm talking over 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers that watch your child. And you mean to tell me you didn't have not one inkling in what was happening to your child? As much as people gossip and talk shit down here in South Florida, you're crazy. I don't believe that at all. The way South Florida is and the way Florida in general is, it's so small, everybody knows each other. So I don't believe that. That's why this situation bothers me, because you're getting mad at T.S. Madison, who is a T girl herself, giving her opinion, which millions and thousands of people think the same thing, because they're thinking, where the hell were you? This big bitch of a nigga is beating on your kid, or keep going back and forth with your kid who's 21. He's about 25 years old, 26, right? Beating on your kid, y'all they're going back and forth, and you're like nowhere to be found. So that's how I feel about it. Now, T.S. Madison talks about this in this video, you guys. Once again, she is replying back to him after he made
Is his Lala daddy name?
calling out T.S. Madison, which we're gonna play in a little bit. Okay.
Is his name Chad? Hey Chad, can y'all tag Chad in this? Let me and Chad have a woman to man conversation, a TS to a daddy conversation. I just want to say this. So I just got a tag from a bunch of people, and I saw Girl Lala's dad having a whole conversation about a commentary that we had on the show, talking about the passing or the murder of his kid. Now, your kid was a public figure. Your kid had a public following. Your child had a massive following. My niece had a massive following, and this and the other, whatever. We sat there as the public. Everybody in the public sat there and watched Girl Lala talk about her domestic abuse, talk about her domestic violence that she was having with her husband or her boyfriend and stuff at the time. And see, listen, you may be her dad and you may decide that you want to call her him and him. I'm not doing that. I'm a trans woman. And so therefore I'm going to respect pronouns of trans women until they tell me otherwise. So I just seen the Quiet Lab post and said that Girl Lala dad responds to T.S. Madison and he cleared her set respectfully. No, sweetie, no set was cleared. The questions still remain. When we were watching Girl Lala post these things, we wanted to know where you were located. You can't get mad at people who watched your daughter in the public, have public conversations or journal her public life. You can't feel no type of way about these motherfucking questions. You can't feel no type of way. And the reason why I'm being very sparingly on you is because I know that's your son, your kid, and I know that you're grieving right now. I don't know how deeply the grieving process is going for you, but I know that that's your kid and you're grieving currently right now. And so therefore, I'm not going to go deep dive as the TS could. But obviously, when you saying somebody need to research you, no nigga, research me. I'm from Florida. I'm Lala daddy name.
Okay, so then she then continued and played the video of his response to her. Once again, she went on her platform and basically was asking where he was during all of this situation. You know what? The situation is my best guess. Let me tell you what, because Mr. Cleo with the shit. Let me tell y'all, I feel like he was made aware of it, and this is what Black parents need to stop doing. That's what he get. You feel me? He want to follow that lifestyle, that gay lifestyle, and do all that. That's what come with the territory. You gonna have niggas find you. Y'all gonna want to fight. I could put my top dollar. That's what happened. Because I'm telling you, there's no way in God's green earth he wasn't made aware. Somebody said something or said something slickly to him about it. There's just no way. Because this isn't something that happened once and then you nobody heard about it. No, this would happen like on a continuous basis. Some of y'all do not even know. Lala at one point was even shot by the Shaba dude before. You get what I'm saying? So it's like this story goes deep. This wasn't a one-off situation. Once again, I don't feel as if people should be attacking him on social media, though. That I don't agree with. Like going in his comments, saying stuff on his social media, that I don't like, because once again, he is still grieving, like T.S. Madison says. So I get that. I get that. But being mad that people have opinions on your child that was a public figure and they're not happy with how your child went away and the proceedings and just everything surrounding it, you can't be 100% upset with that, because at the end of the day, we loved, a lot of people loved Girl Lala before anything happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fandom that she had carried her through to be able to give her that boost of confidence. So those are the people that are frustrated, that are seeing how everything has went down since she has passed. Like, I'm talking about since the day she passed, everything from what I've seen on social media just put a nasty ass taste in my mouth. They then leaked the damn unaliving video. Somebody leaked that video, so it's all over TikTok. After that happens, the dad goes online, says he doesn't want the son buried in a wig, makes it a whole big deal, ends up on the neighborhood talk. Every damn blog picks it up, makes it a whole spectacle, because now you have everybody debating in the comments about if your child should be buried in a wig or not, as if it's our decision to make, because that is your child. I didn't agree with him doing that. And then the whole situation with the robe situation, which to me, I feel like people took that situation. I really blame the internet for that. Regardless if Lala had that in the viewing or not, that was not people places on the internet to talk shit about. Like, at that point in time, Lala has name had already been ran through the mud online already enough. So the people was mad that she was in a robe and all that time. Like, where all the money went and all that. To me, if you donated from a genuine place, seeing her in that robe would not have bothered you that much. I don't give a fuck. It didn't bother me that much, because I just knew that these people are not retards and they actually have a brain. And I could have probably guessed that that was just for the viewing, which it ended up being for the viewing, and they had her in something else for the actual funeral, which I watched on YouTube. A lot of you guys don't use context clues and are not smart, because for y'all to think that they would let Lala be buried in a robe when he was even not even happy with her getting buried in a wig is crazy. Like, some of y'all is just stupid. Come on. Y'all just read a headline and run with it. That was for the viewing. That was not for the funeral. Anyways, y'all. So this is the second part of her reacting to the dad.
Out of the videos, like, if you don't know, shut your mouth. You don't know how I step. You understand me? I ain't got to try to be gangster. I got to try not to be gangster. All right?
Well, what that mean? Was that about me or about your daughter? Because what that mean? I'm trying to figure out what that mean. Because I'm from Dade, so I kind of know what that means, but what that mean? Say it out loud. Because so if you say it out loud, my thing to you is, why you went gangster weeks ago? Don't pull the gangster card on me because I'm a female. No, I'm not a female. I'm a woman, a trainee. So don't pull the gangster card, not Pooh. When we have questions about your location, we have questions about your location, sir, because your daughter was a public figure again. Don't pull gangster on me. I just had a motherfucking call. I just asked a question.
So let's get that understood.
Well, it's understood, Pooh.
When you try to change your life and do certain stuff, the devil, he gonna come and try to steal, kill, and destroy your peace, your happiness, and what you got going on. So that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna let the internet break nothing that we got going on. All the rumors gonna stop.
Well, we have questions.
But yeah, I'm just tired of the video.
And then at one point he was like, he said something about something with the nose, like, oh no, a lip. He was like, y'all be
Gangster. I got to try not to be gangster. All right? So let's get that understood. All right? See, when you try to change your life and do certain stuff, the devil, he gonna come and try to steal, kill, and destroy your peace, your happiness, and what you got going on. So that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna let the internet break nothing that we got going on. All the rumors gonna stop. All right? All this gonna stop. You don't know what you're talking about, lady, whoever you are. I don't care who you are. All right? If you want to know something, you come and talk to me. You ask me. Don't come on your little program or your little platforms running your fat lips. You understand me? Cause that'll get you a fat lip. Yeah. Now that's what we talking about, Girl Lala. That's the Girl Lala pop we talking about. That's what you want to see? All right. So come back, sit back, drink a Diet Pepsi or something, you know what I'm saying? Hit a few laps, you feel me? And then you'll come back and reconsider what you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I lost 2 sons, you feel me? So what I want you to do is mind your business, all right? So yeah, but this chat at the dad, I'm calling y'all back because I'm in my feelings now. That's how I'm feeling. You feel me? So with that being said, it's a lot more stuff that we're gonna address, but
running out fat lips and then be wondering y'all why I end up with a fat lip, basically. Okay. Now this is a video where he was asked about like what he thought. And once again, I'm only covering this because Lala is and was a public figure. And I think that's what he's having a hard time grasping. That's was why, like, I'm not trying to do too much, and I feel like people on the internet shouldn't do too much because although he understands that Lala was like a public figure, like when they don't older people, they don't understand what that means. Like that means millions to thousands of people knew who your kid was. So they're a little hurt about what happened to your kid because they no longer can watch your kid on social media. So they're grieving too. Not as much as you, of course, because you're the parent. Don't get me wrong. But like it's a little bit of a loss for them too, because it's like, damn, like we're never going to see them online again. So of course people are going to have questions.
Everywhere I scroll, I keep seeing my boy videos, and I came across a video. He was hiding behind McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, saying he was running from the dude, and dude crazy, all this type of stuff. Everybody be asking where I was at and where I was when this was occurring. Obviously, my son was smart enough. He wasn't going to include me into all of that.
So this is why I call Cap in his rap. There's no way that like, what do you mean by include? Like, regardless if Girl Lala didn't come up to him and say, "Hey, Dad, I'm, shout out that I'm talking to. He beat my ass. Da, da, da. We keep going back and forth." You cannot tell me nobody else gave you a heads up of what's going on, or didn't tell you the severity of it. I just cannot. But I refuse to believe it. I just refuse to believe it. I'm telling you, once you live in a certain area, you know how it goes. People in that area talk. When I tell you they talk, they talk, they talk. So for you to say you had no clue, it does not make sense. So this is why I'm on T.S. Madison's side, because all of us are wondering the same thing. Because with all of these videos that were online, it could have easily been prevented. And just because a video on TikTok, baby, videos resurface. You're going to see a video on TikTok, you're going to see the same video on Twitter, you're going to see the same video on Instagram, you're going to see the same video on Facebook. No shade. Okay? Now, I'm glad T.S. Madison didn't take it too to hell, because I think she does understand that he is grieving. So, it's just, you have to handle that with kid gloves. But I will say, any of the entertainers that's listening here, if you have a kid and you think they're gay, or like let's just say you don't even like it, right? You don't even like it, you don't agree with it, boo, papa. I get that. Okay, boo, have your opinion. It is what it is. Learn your child, find out what's going on. Do not lose them because you don't like what they are. I'm telling you, you will regret it to the day you die. I swear to God, I'm telling you. I done seen this happen before. That's what irritates me, to see it keep happening on such a public forum. You don't want to do it. I'm telling y'all straight up. Okay. All right. So once again, y'all, I will be covering the case, especially on Media Kingdom. The trial, if you guys are not aware, starts in February. The dumbass ended up pleading not guilty. I don't know how he's gonna prove that with all the damn evidence against him, but we'll see how it ends up. And hopefully, the jury is smart enough to not be idiots. God forbid I get put on that jury, baby. The hell I will raise. The hell I will raise. Do you hear me? To get that guilty verdict. Because y'all never served jury duty before. So the odds of me getting chosen is very likely. Is very, very likely. Okay. All right. So next I wanted to get into, you guys, is the whole situation with poor Derek. Okay. Well, not poor Derek, but basically, y'all know the inmate that escaped. So now he has been sentenced to 2 life terms plus 100 years. If the story of the woman telling on him is true, I know he has so much resentment on that woman. It's not even funny. It said Groves was convicted for the 2018 Mardi Gras shooting that occurred in New Orleans that unalived Brian and Jamar and injured two others. Prosecutors said he then opened on a crowd outside a Ninth Ward home. Investigators later determined the pow pow stemmed from a turf war between dealers, though the intended target was not hit. During sentencing, Groves reportedly laughed and smiled as the judge spoke. The judge called him a fugitive from justice and said he chose from honor his family, even referencing the tragic unaliving of Grove's grandmother by a former New Orleans officer. Family members of the victims addressed the court, sharing emotional statements about the lasting pain caused by the shooting. One sister said her brother's unaliving shattered her life and left the child to grow up without a father. District attorneys emphasized the fear Groves' escape caused in the community, saying families live in constant anxiety while he was on the run. Groves still faces sentencing and two additional open cases. Okay. Now, with this whole situation, though, although people started placing bets about it and making light about who would get caught first, a lot of people didn't realize that there were some lives affected by this. So I kind of wish the internet took it a little bit more serious. But it was just such a shock that somebody in this day and age can escape for as long as some of them did. So I think that's why it was made into such like a comedy, because people just couldn't believe that, somebody could get away with something like this. Like they could get away with getting up out of there and just leaving the way that they did. Okay. Now back to some. Okay. Now y'all know yesterday I spoke about the whole situation with Nicki and the VP. Well, guess what? California's governor replied back and ended up posting a TikTok with Megan's Law song on it, and then left it on there with the video showing the California governor talking to Trump and so on and so forth. Now, my whole thing is I still don't agree with any of them doing all of this. I don't agree with this. Like he was in a campaign video. Y'all know this world has gone to shit when politics is getting mixed up in rap beef. We gotta pray. I'm talking long term. Okay. Anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think down below about this video. Nicki did continue into some rants on X as of late. Okay. Let me know what y'all think about that and more. And we're out, babies.
Welcome to the house of entertainers.